All right, team. I'm looking at the homework that you've been assigned, and I am looking at system 1. And in the equation, they're like stacked on top of each other. But you guys saw in the last video that I just did that I kind of prefer to deal with them in 3 separate columns. That way, I can like solve one in terms of the others, and then plug it into the other 2, and just be really clear about like which column represents what. If you want to do that on your homework, I'm sure Ms. Neely would be cool with it. I'm just going to go through real quick and see like what my first step would be for this. So looking at all of these equations, my goal is to see which one of them I could solve for x or y or z in terms of the other variables the fastest and the most easily. When I'm looking at these equations, the one that strikes me the most is probably this one, just because they're all even numbers, so I could divide them all by 2, and then that z would all be by itself, or that y would even be all by itself, and so I'm going to do that. I'm going to solve for this in terms of, let's go with z. I think that's going to be nice. I think that'll be pretty. So I'm going to divide the entire left side and the entire right side by 2. And that should give me, okay, negative 6 divided by 2 is a negative 3x, a negative 2y divided by 2 is a negative y, and a 2z divided by 2 is just a z, and that whole thing is equal to negative 4. Then, this one, the z is already positive, it's already alone, so just like last time when I said like I look for the easiest thing that I can do early on, I'm going to do that here. If I add a y and I add a 3x to both sides, I'm going to get z all by itself on the left is equal to 3x plus y minus 4. Now, I've solved for z in terms of x and y, which means that I can jump into one of these other equations, I can plug z in, and then I'll know what I'm doing from there. So let's go, why don't we go all the way over to the one on the right. If I see a z here, and I do, I can plug in for x and y, and I'm going to be able to solve this a lot more easily. So 6x minus 2y minus 6 times that whole thing, 3x plus y minus 4, is equal to negative 18. Distribute out that negative 6. This is going to be a little messy, but I'm up to it. I'm a bold, brave math man. Negative 6 times 3 is going to be 18x. Negative 6 times a positive y is a negative 6y. Negative 6 times 4 is 6, 12, 18, 24. And it'll be positive since they were both negative. How are we doing over there? Do we fit it on? Oh, just barely. The whiteboard gets cut off. All right, I'm going to scoot it over a little bit. Then, looking for like terms, I see 6x and negative 18x. So 6x and negative 18x should come out to, I think, 12x. And then a negative 2y and a negative 6y should come out to a negative 8y. And then this 24 is over here. I'm going to subtract it over to the other side, actually. So that's all that's left on this side. And on that side, negative 18 and negative 24. Oh man, we are stretching my math muscles right now. I know that the first digit is going to be a 42. Somebody check me on this. I haven't checked it. I don't know. I'm going to do this once I make the video. Okay, negative 12x minus 8y is equal to negative 42. These are all negative, and that's exhausting. So I'm going to multiply everything by negative 1. And that'll give me 12x plus 8y is equal to 42. And then, what do I want to solve for? I think I'd like to solve for y. So I'll subtract 12x, and I'll get that 8y is equal to 42 minus 12x. And if I divide everything by 8, then I get y is equal to, is 42 divisible by 8? 8, 16, 32, 42. Yeah? Yes? What's going on with me? Why is this hard for me? No, of course it's not, because 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, good. Bring your game, Olson. Sorry. Hello. Good to see you. You know what? From here, you've got this. There are going to be some messy fractions. I'm fully confident that you can do this. But we've already solved for z in terms of x and y. We're about to solve for y in terms of just x, which means that we'll have everything we need to plug into this middle equation and finish this problem. It's hard. You can do it.